Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and Dr. Brady. My name is Milton Wilson, and I will be talking about teachers that teaches K through 12 should be paid more. And the reason why I chose this topic because even though teachers are being paid unfairly across the nation, teachers do more than just teach the youth. They actually implement their knowledge that they learn from their 4 to 8 years of college in which they can essentially provide and make a purpose for the school system. And not only just help the school system, but implement knowledge towards the students on certain skills that they can utilize in their everyday lives as they develop as an adult from after high school. Now, the three concepts I'm going to talk about why teachers should be paid more is teachers should be paid more because of the impact that they made for the school and for the students on developing the future. The amount of work that they put in as a teacher after behind the scenes of the classroom and after they leave the classroom, and the outcomes of when a teacher is stressed. So here we go. The first concept. I feel like the reason why teachers make an impact on students' lives and school lives because they really set a foundation for the school as a whole. Meaning without without schools running, they need teachers. So the school needs the teachers more. But the problem is that they're not paying them more like what they deserve. In my humble opinion, I feel like a teacher that really teaches from elementary school to middle school because should be paid at least 6 figures because no, not at least 6 figures. Let's say 60,000 because one they basically taking care of that child. They're basically the mom and the dad they're basically the mom and dad for the students. Some students don't listen. Some do though. Which is why I feel like the government or society as a whole sleeps on teachers because I feel like they're so high value but they're low value in the economic bracket. And back to the students though. The students that really care about their education, they really usually be inspired by their teachers, not really by their peers. To be honest, it's not even about if they learn something. It's about how a teacher really carries herself in a positive manner in their perspective. For example, me when I first enrolled in college, even though this is about K through 12, but when I enrolled in college, my first teacher at GMC was Dr. Ward, and I feel like ever since the amount of times I had her, she just inspired me to be I want to be just like her, and how she impacted her students. Even though she teach all around, she teach college, high school, elementary school. She taught the mentally impaired, and I was just ecstatic about her accomplishments, and I kind of want to do the same thing. Kind of the same thing as what she does. Kind of, sort of, but not really. But yeah, I feel like teachers need to get a standing ovation for what they do. The second concept is the amount of work that they put in. And when I mean amount of work, I mean preparing for lessons, the extracurricular activities that they do, the meetings that they gotta go to before and after school. The extracurricular activities such as if they're a coach, tutoring, clubs, all that. All those plays a factor in a teacher's life as a teacher. But not only that, they're not even providing funds. Like they're investing in themselves with these activities that they do. And then I think I say grading assignments as well. That's a that's a stretch too as well in my opinion. Pretty much like this whole I feel like it's not even the fact that teachers not getting paid enough. It's just the fact like I feel like people are not realizing of what they do. Because when I was a young dude, I didn't realize how teachers. I didn't realize the amount of work teachers put in when I was a young dude. Cause I didn't really care for school. I didn't really start caring for school until I enrolled in college. To be honest with you, but as I did the research on this whole speech, I feel like, damn, I really feel bad for them. Like they doing more work than freaking entrepreneurs. That all they do is just like look at the numbers and then tell people what to do. But no, some teacher, I'm most cases I'm probably making more than the teacher, and I'm working a regular 9 to 5 part time. I'm just kidding. Let me stop playing. I'm just trolling. I know I don't make more than a teacher. Where was I? Oh yeah, the last concept. Teachers, I feel like based off why teachers put in the amount of work, it leads into having stress. And if a teacher has stress, it will leads into an outcome of them like quitting their job, like they don't want to do it no more. And I feel like that really sucks because like they don't want to quit, but they have to quit because like they got to provide because they missing out on their family. Some might have kids. Some probably got to take care of their moms that are like elderly. It's just like it's so much. They have so much food on their plate, and they got to pay their bills, but they don't have enough money to pay their bills because they don't make a substantial income, in my opinion. But yet, throughout all the stress, they don't realize they still keep like a positive manner face. They still have a positive attitude every time they step in the classroom. I know that for a fact. Some don't. Some teachers don't, but most teachers they always have a positive outlook on life when they step in the classroom. Like they always want to make a purpose, and I feel like that's the reason why I respect teachers so much because like it's not even all about the money, even though they should make a decent amount of money. It's just the fact like they're helping people, and they're helping children to better themselves as not only educating but you hoping hoping that the students utilize the skills that they learn from school into their everyday lives. And I feel like that's lit, in my opinion. Now, that's all my main body points. Now, concluding everything, some people may disagree on these three topics. But according to the research that I looked up on why teachers shouldn't get paid by this dude named Jason Richwine, he typically said like teachers basically already make a substantial income already, more than most people starting out. I was like, and then like I'm gonna have to disagree with that one because like it depends. Some teachers' income depends on the state that they live in, such as California. They probably have the highest income as a teacher, but the reason why they have the highest income as a teacher is because the cost of living there, the cost of gas there, the cost of getting food there plays a toll in their income, which is because of the deduction. Whereas Oklahoma, they make under 35,000. They make under, and they still protesting about that till this day. And they've been protesting about it since 2017, like April 17th, 2017, about they should get higher wages because like teachers during that state. Sorry, I might be going off topic, but like teachers teachers in Oklahoma, they have to work a they have to find a passive income to make ends meet to provide for their family or providing for themselves. So that's like one reason why I feel like they don't make a substantial income. And the second reason is that even if they did make a substantial income, they still put in far more hours than an average worker who came out of college, such as like an engineer. An engineer probably makes starting out off the rip 60,000 a year, whereas this teacher making starting out at 45,000 a year. But yet, if the engineer that probably has a kid or a family and probably working like a 9 to 5, but getting weekends off, but yet you got to send a child out to school. So the teacher who makes the $45,000 a year is basically taking care of your kid and providing knowledge to your kid, and then bringing them back to you with no questions asked, point blank, period. I feel like there's a hole in that, in my opinion, and it's upsetting to say that, and it's crazy how the world that we live in acts like that we live in that kind of society. But that really concludes like my I wouldn't call this a presentation. I would call this like event. Basically, event is like a rant about something that's like controversial. But I'm gonna conclude this. Thank y'all for watching my listening and watching my speech. I'm still learning how to talk with a bold voice. I know I was probably looking a lot as well, but I really appreciate y'all. Thank you, Dr. Brady. Thank you, students. And I hope y'all have a good day and be blessed.